Merle on the move, got the flow so smooth. Spitting rhymes on the podcast, got nothing to prove. He's the host with the most, dropping knowledge every week. From the underground to the mainstream, making the street speak. Step on the stage, Merle grabs the microphone. Holding it down, he's in the league of his own. Interviews with the legends, the up and coming stars. No topic off limits, pushing the bars. Merle on the move, taking over the game. Keeping it real, never fake, never tame. Hip hop podcast, bringing the heat. With Merle on the mic, grooving to the beat.
Welcome to the Merle on the Move radio show, everybody. All right. On tonight's show, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell also. That way you'll be notified when a new episode comes out every week. So tonight topics, ISU football. If you live in Iowa, tonight was the Cy-Hawk Trophy game. And shout out to Iowa State. Iowa State beat Iowa in Kinnick Stadium 20-19. Iowa State was getting whooped up on. I mean, really getting whooped up on. I'm gonna talk about that here in a minute. Plus, I'm gonna talk about the NFL. We're gonna go over sports. Dion, Colorado got whooped. Talk about that a little bit also. But we can talk about how the government took the lottery. So I'm gonna talk about a series that I've been watching that Kevin Hart produced. So I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. And also we're gonna talk about I didn't see the new Beetlejuice movie, but it came out. See what y'all think about it. Y'all can tell me if you've seen it. Comment. Let me know what you think about it. I didn't see it. We're gonna talk about Rich Homie Quan. I'm gonna talk about YSL Woody. I'm gonna talk about Young Thug. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about the 911 call. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't feel too cool about that 911 call. Also, RIP to Fat Man Scoop. He passed away about 5, 6 days ago, something like that. Talk about him a little bit. His tributes to hip hop. If you don't know who he is, I'll hit you up with some of the songs he's on. We also gonna talk about that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump debate that's coming up. That's coming up really quick this week, and Trump seems a little worried about it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit also. Plus, if you live in the Ames, Iowa area, this is specifically for the Ames, Iowa area. The Haunted Forest. It's the last year for that, so I might hit about that. Tell some stories. I've been there several years. So anyway, let's get into sports. Let's get into the Cardinals. The Cardinals in second place right now. Last week, couple of people commented on why I was going. I had three mics. I had three mics. I got four mics actually, but I had three mics going, and I was going back and forth between three mics because I just got a new one that night. I was kind of testing it out, seeing how it sounded. But I actually have this mic going to a different system, different audio system. So I'll maybe going a little bit back and forth. But anyway, back to the main mic that I'll be using tonight. So sorry if it got a little loud right there. I apologize. So let's go ahead and get into it. So sports, baseball. A lot of people don't watch baseball, but I do. I'm a big Cardinals fan. And Cardinals are neck and neck with the Cubs. And if you live in the Midwest, you either a Cubs fan, Cardinals fan, Royals fan, Twins fan. A lot of Twins fans in this area. Uh, but I'm a Redbirds fan, and my Cardinals are in second place again. They're tied with the Cubs, 70 games apiece. Says right here, 70 games apiece. 10 games. Both teams are 10 games behind the Bucks. The Brewers. I keep calling Milwaukee the Bucks because it's the basketball team. The Brewers. Uh, but yeah, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Keep going with that. Also in sports, it's a great game on Thursday. It was also a great game on Friday. Kansas City lost. No, sorry, Kansas City won. They beat Baltimore Thursday night, and then Friday night Green Bay lost. And also they lost their quarterback. They got an MCL strain or something like that. So he's going to be out. Sad for that for the Green Bay Packer Cheesehead fans. He's got that big contract, and now he's going to be on the sideline. That's not too good for you guys, is it? Should I hit him with it? Should I hit him with it? Should I hit? Oh, not too good. But Sunday in the morning, a lot of football going on. You got my Rams play Sunday night, I believe, on NBC. and then you got your day games, the Cowboys in the afternoon. So I know a lot of people trying to watch that. And then later on that day, like I said, my Rams play. I'll be watching that. I'm very excited to see. We got a great running back. Our defense is going to be a little suspect. We're going to see. But back to the Iowa State game. The Iowa State game was really good. I watched it. I was a little worried. I thought in the first half they really played. The defense played bad. It was running the ball all over, throwing the ball over. But second half they stepped up, and it was very great. The last four times that these teams have met, both home teams have lost. So Iowa State have beat Iowa twice in Kinnick, and Iowa beat Iowa State twice at Jack Trice. So we're gonna see they got to come to Ames and take it. So shout out. I know they party in Campustown right now. So let's go ahead and move. Canelo fights next week. I know if people watch boxing, you can look forward to that. That's happening next week. And also, I wanted to get into. I'm gonna move on past sports, football. We talk more about that later on. Let's go ahead and move on to some entertainment. Like I said, I didn't go see the Beetlejuice movie. I want to hear some reviews about that if you have checked that out. But I do want to go over this show with Kevin Hart. It's called Fight Night. It's got Samuel Jackson. It's got um, my man. What's his name? Don Cheadle. Couldn't think of Don Cheadle's name. Don Cheadle. Uh, it's got Chloe Bailey. She played in Little Mermaid. She's a singer. You know who she is. It's got a lot of great actors in it. The dude, my man, I can't think of his name from Hustle and Flow. Y'all know him. Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is also in the movie, in the series. It's not a movie, it's a series. He's in the movies. A lot of other actors, great actors in the movie. You should check it out. But it's based on true events. It's about Muhammad Ali having a fight in Atlanta, and it's during like 1970, right? The Dr. King got killed. So some political aspects in this about how Atlanta was trying to become the Mecca that it is currently. So it's like some historical value in this, which is really, really, really dope. I like that part of it. So it piqued my interest. And Kevin Hart, once again, he's not funny. He's not a comedian in this one. He's actually playing a more dramatic bro. No action. He's playing a numbers guy. And that's gonna get to my little point about a little bit later about how the government got involved in taking over the numbers game and now we have the state lottery. But anyway, so that's what he's doing. His name is Chicken Man or something like that, which is a comical name, but I guess it was really dude in Atlanta named Chicken Man. That's who he was. Who he was. So that being said, the show kind of takes off in a black uh, crime mob type things, black mafia family, heads of different crime organizations in different cities, and they all come to Atlanta for this fight, and he orchestrates a party, and it kind of goes down like that. And it's interesting because of the significance of the time and the way black people were treated. They kind of stayed true to that. Shout out to Kevin Hart for doing that. It's really interesting. It's on. I've seen 3 episodes. I watched all three. Like an hour long. It's on Peacock. You want to check that out. It's very interesting. I like that part of it. Also, Power came back. I watched that episode on Friday. It's really good. I like it. I like the direction the series is going. Tariq is kind of all over the place. Kane, what's the dude's name? Kanan. I can't think of dude's name. But anyway, check it out if you want to see it. It's really good. Let's go ahead and move into this little part I wanted to talk about when I was speaking of the numbers game. Some people don't understand how numbers. And I know I talk a lot about black history and the black plight because I'm a black man. And me being the age that I am now, when I was younger, I didn't know these things. And just because you didn't know anything doesn't mean it didn't happen. A lot of people be like, "Well, I didn't think that happened." Well, just because you didn't know about it doesn't mean it didn't happen. History is what it is. History. Um, Let me get over to this little program I pulled up right here. Let me get to it real quick. So that being said, the numbers started in Harlem, in New York, and it was they would get newspaper clippings and stuff like that, and pick numbers. I don't know exactly how the system is. You can probably Google it or YouTube it and figure it out. But watching some of the movies, you can watch Harlem to kind of break it down on how it happens in Harlem, how the numbers game is ran, and Bumpy Johnson, and all kind of people was involved in it. But it was a black thing, and it was pennies. You can bet pennies, and you can win. The more money you bet, the more money you won. But it was controlled and ran by black people, and that's how they built some wealth in that community, 'cause that money was interchanged within the community. That's how you build wealth in the community. So that being said, at first, the mafia, they wasn't interested in the numbers game because to them it was pennies. And they also used a racial slur when they would talk about the numbers game and black people. You know what I mean? They used the N word and say it was N word pennies. They didn't care about it. You know what I'm saying? It's pennies. But those pennies add up, as you know, especially back then. So that was something that black people had. And then, like, I think in the police to try to crack down on the numbers, even though a lot of white people was involved in the numbers. So later on, the lottery became legal. The government took it over, the states took it over, and now we have the lottery. And black people get no kick of it. They didn't get no appropriations. They get no trademarks. There was nothing. Inventing something in a system that the government eventually took over, legalized it, capitalized off of it, and we're still using it today. Anyway, I digress. Um, let's talk about what happened. So it was a school shooting. It was a school shooting in Georgia. A 14-year-old kid, I believe he was, and his father bought the weapon for him. It's an assault rifle. He bought the weapon for him, and the kid took it to school, shot two adults, two kids, I believe. I think four died. I think maybe one more were injured. Don't know specifics, but what I want to get to is that it has been reported that the FBI spoke to the family of this kid before uh, any of this happened. Maybe a year or so. I think he made some threatening comments online and a violent comment, something like that online, and they spoke to him. So at this point, if it was any guns or any access for any parent, any gun in the home should have been disposed of, taken of, confiscated, something like that. How does that get slipped through? Don't make sense to me. But anyway, um, so now the father, looking on CNN, the father has been questioned, and the mother spoke out saying that she made a phone call uh, to the school saying something's going to happen before it happened. You know, things of that. Do we need assault weapons? I'm 2A all day. I believe in Second Amendment. I am a gun owner. I don't believe in assault rifles. I don't get how hunting. No, I do understand how protecting yourself from the government, and that's why the Second Amendment is there. Some people skip that part. The Second Amendment is not just because you can have the right to bear arms. It's also because if the government has all the weapons, they can impose their will on the people. So I get that part of it. So let me take that back. I'm not gonna say I'm against assault rifles. I don't know. You kind of got Merle on that one because I like assault rifles too. But how do we, but I'm a what you call a responsible gun owner. You know, my weapons are not in reach of children. I don't advocate to children with weapons or anything like that. I do my children because they're grown and they know how and they're responsible. So anyway, uh, that is the slippery slope. That's definitely slippery slope because I believe in the people. I don't believe in government. I believe that government plays its part, but I'm not like Ronald Reagan, like and he playing both parts. You can't be the president talking about you ain't with the government. You is the government, bro. Y'all can go back and look up that speech too. Ronald Reagan be capping, but I am. I do believe in you can have your assault rifles. I just think you got to be responsible. So we need some more. We need. This is what I should say. We need better uh, responsible gun legislation. You know what I mean? That part. But I guess that's tricky too, because then they get all up in your business, and I don't want the government all up in my business either. Regulation, I don't know. Anyway, let me get to this Rich Homie. I can go over that. We can talk about that some more later. But let's get to this Rich Homie Quan thing. R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan, rapper out of Atlanta. I'm gonna talk about him, and then I'm gonna get into this YSL Woody thing. Some of you people don't know about him, but I'm gonna get into this Rich Homie Quan thing. Uh, Great artist. I like Rich Homie Quan when he first came out. He got that song with Jeezy and is it YG? Yeah, YG. He got that song with a lot of songs with Young Thug, and I kinda didn't wanna get in Young Thug yet because that's where I'm gonna take off in a second about that young thing. But Rich Homie Quan was a good artist. He was signed to Things to Gain Entertainment, which is a record label out of Atlanta. That's who signed him. I remember seeing his first video. He had swag. I like the way he was dressed. He think he had like a one of those yellow BMWs with the doors that went up. I think in the video, something like that. Anyway, his video was fly. That video he first came out with, I forget the name of the song, but it was fly. He had another song called Walk Through. If you want to YouTube that, Rich Homie Quan, Walk Through. That song's the anthem. That's one of them. And then he got that gang song with him and Young Thug and Birdman. That one. A lot of people's using that on all those social sites and TikTok and Vines and all that. I don't know if TikTok was out when that song first came out. Anyway, let me get to this YouTube I want to talk about. We're gonna get into this. I even got a little audio that I could play. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I'm gonna play a little audio after I get into the story. So the story of Rich Homie Quan and Young Thugs. Now, Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. Rich Homie Quan was already on. Young Thug was kind of, like I say, he was signed to Think It's a Game Entertainment. Rich Homie Quan was. Young Thug was signed to Gucci Mane, and they from different areas. Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan from different areas. But they was cool, had no beef, and they ended up linking up and doing some music together with Birdman. And the music was hot. If y'all know, y'all know. The music was hot. And they forget what they was calling themselves. And Young Thug had a different style. He wore fingernail polish and different dresses. He do him. That's him. That's what you want to do. Rich Homie Quan ain't that. He got his own style. He just like a fly guy. And I think there was some beef that was going on. Thug had his own crew, YSL, and it was an artist that got signed named YFN Lucci. That's from a different area than Young Thug. And Lucci got signed to Think It's a Game Entertainment, the same label that Rich Homie Quan is signed to. And the person that got Lucci signed to Think It's a Game is this guy, bigger guy. I can't think of his name right now. Y'all can YouTube that too. YFN Lucci, I think it was like his manager. I don't know if it's official manager, but uh, you can check him out too. But anyway, he got murdered. This is why Young Thug is on trial right now because this guy got murdered, and his video of the car that did the drive by hit, and in the car that did the drive by was rented by Young Thug, and his video of the car. So, and the person supposedly that's on trial right now saying that they did the shooting is YSL Woody. Now, the connection with YSL Woody and uh, Rich Homie Quan is some video. I'm gonna play some audio of them being in the studio together. Rich Homie Quan, Woody, and Young Thug, and there was some tension between Woody because Woody is a shooter supposedly, and some tension between Woody and some other guys and Rich Homie Quan because he's hanging out with Lucci and they got beef with Lucci. So Rich Homie Quan ain't got no beef with Lucci or Thug. He middleman, he neutral. But because you with them and they don't like him, they got beef with you. So he ended up stop hanging around Thug. He felt the tension, whatever. So he separated himself. But doing so, YSL Woody, amidst the shooting up Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop. Is video and audio of the news clipping of Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop getting shot up.
2015, did you have
YSL
a beef
Woody's on
with Rich Homie
stand
Quan?
No, I
testifying
never had
saying,
beef with Rich
yeah,
Homie.
because he's got immunity. That's why he's saying all
And
this stuff.
isn't
And
it
they
true
say
that
he's
you
lying.
told
He's been
police
doing a lot
that
of lying. But
Thug
he's
had an
saying it right
issue
here,
with Rich Homie Quan
saying
because he
that
brought some IF
he and
gang
another
members to his
guy shot
condo?
up the
No,
barbershop.
Threat had issues with Rich
He's
Homie
also
Quan.
saying that
I didn't
him
ask
and
about
another
threat.
guy
I asked
But
about
shot
what you told police regarding
Lucci's
Thug
manager,
having an issue
so-called manager,
with Rich Homie Quan bringing individuals
who's
from
also Rich
IF
Homie
gang
Quan's homie.
to his apartment.
Thug was protecting Rich
So
Homie
he
Quan.
totally separated
That's what I'm
himself
trying to tell you. So,
from Thug
like I keep telling you, y'all don't have
because of
y'all
all
facts
that.
together.
So I'm
Also,
asking
video
you
of
a
Lucci
specific question.
shooting broad
Did you tell
daylight in a Maybach
police
truck
that
and
Thug had an issue
supposedly
with
YSL
Rich
was
Homie
involved. Anyway,
Quan
I'm
bringing
gonna play a little of
members
this
of If
audio. If
Gang
you guys
to
can
his
hear it, cool.
condo.
If you can't hear it, I apologize. But let's
Again, when I'm talking to the investigators, I'm gonna tell them anything to get them off of me. But as I sit right here, I'm telling you the God and the truth that Thug, I had an issue with Rich Homie through threat. And about my partner, whatever he with on with, they don't have nothing to do with YSL. Y'all trying to make it seem like this has some just because they don't have nothing to do what I do and what threat do, they don't have nothing to do with YSL.
I still don't think I heard an answer. Did you tell police that Thug had an issue
I
with
think I
Rich
just answered
Homie
you.
Quan? I don't think you did. Oh, if you did, I did not hear you. So
Oh,
you
I'm
could
sorry.
repeat your answer.
I said it. Thug was trying to protect Rich Homie. He was calling us saying that, man, hey man, leave Rich Homie alone. Like, he don't
this
tell
is
me what to
YSL
do.
Woody.
So that still didn't answer the question. Yes, no, I don't recall. Did Thug have an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing members of If Gang to his apartment?
Thug, did you have an
So
issue
what,
with Rich Homie?
I'm asking you for what you told the police.
And I'm answering you. I just told you several times. I tell the police anything.
Okay. Do you recall talking about the shooting at the studio with Rich Homie Quan's car last week with Mr. Shard?
I don't know nothing about that.
And you asked him if he had proof. He asked you if it was you who did it, and you asked him if he had proof.
Right.
This dude is tripping.
Why was that your response to his question?
I ain't answering it. I don't know.
Was that shooting done on behalf of YSL?
I absolutely love using BetterHelp. Therapy just in general has changed my life.
So anyway, that's what I'm saying. So this guy, and I'm also get to at DJ Academic here too. So I hope that you heard a little of that audio. So basically, he was saying that, like I said before, that Rich Homie Quan was at a spot with Young Thug, and people, which is Woody, and some other and Threat, I think was the other guy's name he mentioned, came over, and they had beef, and Thug was telling them to chill out, don't press Rich Homie Quan, and they was gonna press him, and he's saying that Thug don't speak to me, don't speak for me, basically. That's what he's trying to say. Uh, YSL Woody has you hear that snitching, basically. He snitched in 2015 on Young Thug because he was mad, he was getting treated bad, he was doing all the work, he knew all the hits, and he got in some trouble, and he was like, "I can give you Young Thug. You want Young Thug? I'll give you Young Thug." And he started telling Young Thug, and now he's regretting telling Young Thug. So he's on stand saying that he don't remember, he was lying. Every time he got cut up, he was just telling the police what they wanted to hear, and all of it's fake. Don't believe me. I'm just was lying. I was trying to get myself out of it. Right now, I'm telling you the truth that I was lying. That's what he said. So he's on YouTube getting the 20 for dates, the one for 20, whatever, where you pick 20 girls, you pick out of 20 girls or something like that. He's getting paid to do that. He's getting paid to do events. He's got over $100,000. He's on social media showing bags of money, nice watches, this, that, and the third. So he's become a celebrity snitch. He's become a celebrity snitch. And DJ Academic is saying that's the move, that's the way. That's what he's saying. He's saying the wave is snitching. What's that guy's name? What's his name? With the colorful hair. 6ix9ine. He was a famous snitch. He's out of jail doing music again. Well, I think he got out of jail. Then he was snitching. He got beat up a few times. And then he went to Puerto Rico and he couldn't leave. And now he's back in America and he's doing music again. 6ix9ine. It's Alpo. Alpo was another guy that was snitched and got out of jail. Snitching is the thing now. That's what they're saying. I disagree. But what code are they living by now? This guy snitching. Anyway, so academics is broadcasting it. People like him. I don't know how people like him even think that they speak for the culture. And hip hop is a culture. I don't care what you say. You don't disrespect it. So the debate is coming up, Kamala and Trump, and it's gonna be a show. Oh wow, I'm there for it. I'm there for it. She gonna either show up or he's gonna, do his thing. Trump be trumping. All right, I'm gonna talk about this haunted house because it's almost Halloween time. It's September now. Halloween's right around the corner. And the haunted house here in Ames, Iowa is the haunted house, the haunted forest. It's outside, some woods. It's closing. I had some good memories there. I used to take all my kids there. We used to go over there and run through the woods from the people with the chainsaws. Yeah, I'm not a slide. I'm sorry. I apologize about that. But yeah, it was a good time. So I wish they would announce it like saying this was the last year. 'Cause I definitely would have went maybe more than once. But now it's so. So I think it's good. Uh, Real estate, so I'm sure they get it. Anyway, I'm gonna sound off tonight. This is Merle on the Move, and hope you guys stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and tune in next week. Merle on the Move. Always be good humans.